Coming up next on Bear News, we've got the latest news on new students coming to UNC.
And we have a great way for you to spend your free time on campus.
Coming up in sports, school's back in session, but the basketball teams have been going strong all month. How'd they do? Find out later in sports.
And we've got some big temperature changes coming up. I'll let you know more in weather.
We've got all that and more in this episode of Bear News. Stay tuned. Thanks for joining us today on Bear News. I'm Megan Pressler.
And I'm Jamie Arterburn.
There is one governing board on campus many people don't know about, but it has a lot of power over the university, and that board just got a new addition. The Board of Trustees at UNC has say in anything from tuition to who athletic coaches are. In December, Colorado Governor John Hickenlooper appoints Anthony Salazar to a board for a 4-year term. Salazar is the executive director of the Colorado Education Association. Salazar also co-chairs the Higher Education Access Alliance and is an alumni of the University of Denver. Salazar's degree is in political science and English and is a part of the class of 1994. The board consists of 9 members with 1 student and faculty member who gets elected by peers. The remaining positions on the board come from appointment from the governor of Colorado. Saying goodbye is never easy, but the UNC student says goodbye to one of a member people don't know about. Janelle Mildrexler has left the Student Senate after 2.5 years of service as the advisor and graduate assistant of clubs and organizations since the fall of 2010. Mildrexler has taken the position of Assistant Director of Adult Learners and Veteran Services. While a part of Student Senate, she began the Solar Awards, which recognizes student leaders for their involvement on campus.
Who doesn't love getting discounts at their favorite places, especially when money is a little tight and all you need is a valid student ID? The City of Greeley has decided to collaborate with UNC to provide students with discounts at participating businesses. The deals range from fitness and beauty to food and retail. The discounts will vary from business to business. If your favorite place isn't on the list of participating businesses, all you have to do is go to www.bearbiz.com and come let them know who they should add to the list.
Did you know that UNC has a swing dance club? We sent Bear News reporter Paul Ford to go check out the Snowball Fest.
Normally on a Friday night, Gunter Hall is like a ghost town, but on this particular evening, Gunter Gym was quite active. Now, with what you may ask? Well, swing dancing, of course. The 10th Avenue Swing Club was presenting their Snowball Swing Fest. Amy Lawman, president of the 10th Avenue Swing Club, explains what that is.
Snowball Swing Fest is a Lindy Hop workshop. We have 2 days full of classes taught by professional instructors, and we have lots of social dancing. We have a live band. It's awesome.
Over a 48-hour period, there was a total of nearly 17 hours of social dancing, which included a mixture of swing dancing, blues dancing, and whatever you want, really.
There's something about it that just makes me feel really happy. And it's it's a physical activity that you don't have to get ridiculously sweaty, and you can wear cute clothes, and it's just really fun, and the people are wonderful. It's so fun.
Outside of the Swing Fest, the 10th Avenue Swing Club holds weekly meetings for those who love to dance. But for those who have never been swing dancing before, well...
You should come because there's lessons and you'll learn a lot and you'll meet new people and make really good friends. And then you learn a skill that not many people have anymore. And your grandparents will love it.
Reporting from Gunter Hall, I'm Paul Ford.
If you would like to join the 10th Avenue Swing Club, they provide lessons every Wednesday at 7 p.m. and social dancing at 8 p.m. in the Gunter Hall gym. A new bar is open downtown on 8th Avenue and 9th Street. The former Tavola restaurant changed its name to Grabo's. The formal Italian restaurant changed to a casual sports bar environment for students. It offers free popcorn, bottomless french fries, as well as half-pound burgers and sandwiches. For entertainment, Garbo's offers live music, a shuffleboard, Nintendo Wii, and Buck Hunter. 21 and older students can enjoy dollar beers until the end of January. For $8 on Wednesdays, students can drink free at 4 bars downtown, including Grabo's. To begin the weekend, Fridays are Kill the Keg Night. For $5 a cup, students can drink as much as they would like until the keg is gone. Lastly, Saturday is Ladies' Night. Ladies drink free from 9 to midnight with karaoke until close. Grabo's is open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m., and Saturday, 5 p.m. to 2 a.m., and closed on Sundays. Make sure to check out this new bar to experience it yourself.
We saw some snow earlier this week. Will we see any more soon? Bear News meteorologist Paul Ford has your first look at weather. Paul?
Hey, thanks, Jamie. Right now it's about 37 degrees, a little cooler than we were actually predicting, but about 5 degrees cooler. About 54% humidity because there is some precipitation to our north right now, but we'll get to that in a little bit here. And winds going around west winds at 9 miles per hour. Now, we like to talk about climate things on this show, and the National Weather Service recently released studies that they've been covering for the past 118 years. And between January and December of 2012, Colorado here was the second warmest overall that it has ever been. And when it comes to precipitation, it was about the 4th driest. So not a great year for Colorado here. Now, coming up in weather, we've got 50s and 60s on the way. I'll let you know more. And I've got your Super Bowl forecast. Back to you guys.
UNC welcomed next year's incoming freshmen this weekend at a banquet. The Presidential Scholarship Banquet recognizes the university's highest achieving applicants that qualified to receive a $2,000 scholarship. UNC welcomed 41 future students and their families with live music accompanied by a plated dinner. President Kay Norton made a guest appearance speaking about the path that many of them were about to endure. Norton reiterated the university's slogan, bringing education to life, as it applies to not only just the education they will receive, but life as a whole, stating that she knew UNC was the place for them. The dinner concluded with each student receiving a certificate and a UNC hoodie. We congratulate all the recipients and welcome them to the Bear family. Coming up after the break, we will show you how UNC and the Greeley community celebrated Martin Luther King Day.
Stay tuned.
Well-known Mexican regional band share in common with UNC students. Only here on Bear News.
Martin Luther King Jr. Day isn't just a day off from classes. It's a day to celebrate the life and accomplishment of the man that played a defining role in the civil rights movement. A group of about 20 UNC students spent the day at the Martin Luther King Jr. Walk on January 21st. UNC's GLBTA and Marcus Garvey Cultural Center paired up to put this event on. The march began at 10 a.m. in the downtown Greeley. The people in attendance marched through downtown to the Union Colony Civic Center. First, there was a musical performance followed by a poetry reading. Coach Collins then introduced the keynote speaker, Wade Davis. Wade Davis is a former NHL running back who identifies as homosexual. He is now a speaker for Obama administration on gay and lesbian rights. His speech has followed by another poetry reading and musical performance. Then the event moved to the Panorama Room at the UC for a luncheon. The event came to a conclusion with Wade Davis signing autographs.
Well, if you're looking for a fun new way to spend time outside, why not try Frisbee golf? Widely referred to many as Frolfing, UNC is home to a 9-hole course that snakes around West Campus and is free to the public. Holes vary in both distance and difficulty and offer a relaxing way to spend your day. Each hole is a par 3, which makes it easy for players to keep score while taking advantage of the sunny days we've been having lately. If you don't have your own discs, well, no worries. The UNC Recreation Center rents discs to aspiring frolfers, all only for $1. It's almost time for the Oscars. Have you seen all the nominations? Don't fret if you haven't. Bear News movie reviewer Matt Priestmeyer is here to tell us about the film getting a ton of Oscar buzz.
There are tons of new movies to choose from at the theater this month. So if you're looking for a film that will make you laugh and keep you wondering, you will definitely want to choose Silver Linings Playbook. The movie begins with the main character, Pat Solitano, being released from the Baltimore Mental Health Hospital into his mother's care. Pat has experienced a rough 8 months after being diagnosed as bipolar, being court-ordered to serve in the mental health hospital, losing his job, his house, and most recently his wife of 3 years, Nikki. Upon his release, Pat learns that Nikki has filed a restraining order against him. Though Pat's family and friends want him to focus on getting better and staying out of trouble, he is determined to get in contact with Nikki to show her that they do in fact belong with each other. During Pat's uncomfortable adjustment back into the real world, he meets Tiffany through a friend's failed blind date attempt. Pat and Tiffany form an unusual bond based off their shared mental health issues and spousal losses. Though Pat was initially hesitant, he begins to spend more time with Tiffany after she agrees to deliver a note to Nikki, but for a favor, of course. Silver Linings Playbook is a heavy comedy that rivals the dry humor of an earlier movie, Napoleon Dynamite. It's a complex film with various storylines and offers characters with depth. It was no easy feat with such a star-studded cast, including actors such as Robert De Niro, Bradley Cooper, Julia Stiles, and Chris Tucker, but young actress Jennifer Lawrence definitely makes this film her own. Lawrence does a phenomenal job channeling the complexities of the character Tiffany and really commits to the role. Bradley Cooper also does a pretty good job as Pat Solitano, however falls flat towards the end of the movie. Though Silver Linings Playbook is thoroughly entertaining, the movie fails to live up to tie up the storylines, leaving plenty of room for the audience to fill in the blanks. In the end, Silver Linings Playbook is an enjoyable movie and definitely a must-see.
Thanks, Matt. Have you ever danced to a cumbia? If not, then get ready to, because Bear News' Jocelyn Acosta Martinez caught up with the kings of cumbia, El Grupo Control, as they perform in Aurora, Colorado at Fuego Fuego nightclub.
Grab your dancing boots and be ready to learn some new dance moves because they're bringing in a new style of music into UNC. Control style, that is. I sat down with Alex, the drummer of the band, Jennifer, who's one of the lead singers, and Freddie, the entertainer, who brings all the energy to the show. The three members share something in common with UNC students. They are all college students as well.
Yeah, I'm studying for audio engineering. Well, right there in Fort, Texas. It's a studio named Sound Temple Studios. Yeah, it's associated with the Los Angeles Recording Career Connection.
Oh, well, I'm still in school. I'm going to UTB, University of Texas in Brownsville, and I'm currently studying for an associate's in business.
I graduated 2010, South Texas College. That's in McAllen, Texas.
Being on the road and going to school can be tough, but we wanted to know if they save any time aside for their dating life.
For those of y'all studying, just focus. School.
Don't change the subject.
First priority.
Don't change the subject. Don't change the subject.
No.
Keep it on the boys.
No, I really have too much on my plate.
They might not be dating, but they are always ready to meet new people.
It's always fun to make friends because you never know where friendship can lead you to, so you gotta be open to everybody.
When it came to knowing who's their celebrity crush, things got a little feisty.
Kim Kardashian.
Hey! Behave!
Justin Timberlake.
The members also talk about the celebrities they've met throughout the years.
Well, one of ours will head out over these. Like
Yeah,
you said.
that was one big one.
Yeah, that was a big one. He's a big time music celebrity, so when we got to meet him, it was awesome to talk to him personally.
An actual conversation,
Yeah.
not just hi-bye picture.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And me and Fred met Alicia Villarreal
Yeah.
in Austin. That was cool.
Yeah, like every time we go to something else, that's when we see the big time artists.
According to Univision.com, El Grupo Control has made many appearances on Sábado Gigante, a Spanish-language television show which airs on Univision every Saturday. Reporting from Aurora, Colorado, I'm Jocelyn Acosta Martinez, Bear News.
The band is currently on the road getting ready for their tour across the United States for 2013.
UNC gets its own taste of magical world of Harry Potter Saturday night. Joel Myers is putting on a comedy and illusion show Saturday, February 2nd at 7 p.m. in the ballrooms during an event put on by the University Program Council. Kelsey Murray is the UPC coordinator who is bringing a hilarious, magic-filled night to Greeley and says she expects UNC students will be in a real treat if they attend.
Like I said, we met him at this conference, and I was just impressed at the quality of his tricks. And not only that, but how he interacted with the audience. So that was like something really unique to him, that he brought comedy and magic and this really interactive style. So I just thought about something that was new to the university, and I just decided that he would be a great person to bring.
During the show, the magician will reveal who will come to the Greeley for an annual spring concert. Last year's concert was a local band, 303. Bear News has exclusive footage and interview from the 2012 spring concert.
As we wait in anticipation to find out who this year's spring concert is going to be, let's take a look back at last year's concert. .303 may not have been able to say the word love, but fans at UNC love to watch them perform their music. Following the concert, Bear News got an exclusive interview with singer Sean Foreman.
It's UNC, it's a Colorado school, and we would love to play for any. We have a lot of friends that went to UNC.
There's only a few more days left to wait to see who the spring concert's going to be for this school year. Reporting from Butler Hancock for Colleen Allison and Paul Ford, I'm Samantha Fox, Bear News.
Tune in to next week's Bear News for a full recap of Myers Act and information on the spring concert. We will also have the latest updates on our Facebook page. So, Paul, it recently got cold. Will you tell me what's going to happen to the weather?
Well, Megan, we're looking at mid to high 50s this weekend, maybe breaking into the 60s territory next weekend. But I'll give you this weekend's forecast and more after the break. Welcome back to Bear News. I'm meteorologist Paul Ford. Got a great look outside of the University Center right now of our statue Northern Vision. Great shot right here. Now taking a look at the national forecast, our national radar right now, we've got some snow heading from Missouri up into the northeast right now. Not too bad. They're only getting about 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch of snow, but it's still something to look out for if you're in that area. Right now, we've got a little bit of snow to our north right now in Briggsdale, and Fort Collins is getting a little bit here, but nothing to worry about here in Greeley, Colorado. Now, right now, the temperature is about 37 in Denver, but if we head up to the Midwest, in Pierre, South Dakota is a -2 degrees right now. Minneapolis at 1 degree. Little warmer if you head to the south, Oklahoma City at 59 degrees. Taking a look at the temperatures around our area though, 43 in Colorado Springs, 37 in Denver, and about a degree colder in Fort Collins at 36 degrees. Right now, high for today was about 38 degrees, 2 degrees below average. Our low for today, however, was 22 degrees, little warmer than average. Thankfully, nowhere near our record low temperature. Lows for tonight, we've got 22 in Denver, but the rest of Colorado is looking at temperatures in the teens. And if you're in Alamosa, we're looking at temperatures as low as -2 degrees tonight. Futurecast right now showing a few clouds off into the mountains and little to the northeast right now, but as we head into the night, it will clear out and we will see some sunny skies into the morning. Forecast for tonight, 7 o'clock tonight, we're looking at about 29 degrees, midnight 21 degrees, and 7 in the morning, 17 degrees. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, winds around 7 to 11 miles per hour, so that might make it around lower 40s for your wind chill factor. Saturday is Groundhog's Day. We'll see what that groundhog has to say at around 50 degrees. And if you have a Super Bowl party planned here in Greeley, we're looking at about 54 degrees. If you're a lucky one that's going to New Orleans for the Super Bowl, you're looking at a beautiful day at mid-60s. Next week's forecast, we're looking at mid-50s and possibly hitting 61 degrees on Wednesday, cooling back down on Friday at about 53 degrees, but it looks to be a sunny week all week. Now we're off to Rachel with the sports.
Thanks, Paul. Coming up next, one guard reached a big milestone on the women's side, and one forward is making a big name for himself on the men's side. Find out who right after this. We all love when our Bears win a game, right? Well, the men's basketball team started off with the win the first week of the semester. The Bears hosted the Portland State Vikings at Butler Hancock last Thursday. This game was all about the offense for the Bears. Junior Tate Unruh helped bring the Bears their big win. At one point, he had an 11-point scoring streak just in the first 7 minutes of the game. Unruh's first big point happened 4 minutes into the game, making his first three-point jump shot. And less than 5 minutes after that, Unruh does it again, making his second three of the game. 30 seconds pass by, and Unruh just doesn't stop. He made 5 out of 6 of his three-pointers in this game. Now that's impressive. By the time the second half started, this game was pretty much over. The Bears stayed on their toes, and when the buzzer finally rang, UNC took the game, winning 67-50. Were the Bears able to take that motivation from the big win to host Eastern Washington last Saturday? Well, let's find out. Sophomore Tim Huskinson took charge early in the half, hitting a 3 from downtown. That was one of 6 shots he made. Good enough for the 14 points he had, putting him on third for the night behind Tate Unruh, who had 21 points, and Derrick Barden with 15. Speaking of Derrick Barden, he's kind of been incredible lately, and let me tell you, those 15 points did not go unnoticed. Why's that? Barden marked his third double-double in 4 games. He was also a force on the glass with 15 rebounds, with Connor Osborne behind him with 8 rebounds, and Paul Garnica with 7. UNC had no problem out-rebounding the Eagles, crashing the boards 47-29. The Bears also held the Eagles to a 37% field goal percentage. The Bears would go on to win the game 72-56. So the UNC men went into this weekend the winners of 2 straight. Derrick Barden was untouchable, and the team was showing it could be a real rebounding force. Could they take that into a big road trip against Northern Arizona and Sacramento State? With 5 seconds left, NAU's Michael Dunn hit a short jumper to life the Jacks past the Bears 67-65. They looked for a rebound in Sacramento, but couldn't translate halftime into a W as they fell to the Hornets 79-72. The 2 losses put the Bears at 5-13 overall and 9th in the Big Sky. They're not out of it yet, but it doesn't look promising for the Bears on the court so far. The women's basketball team took the court hard at home this weekend, this time against Sacramento State, and some big milestones were at stake in this one. Deshara Strange went into the game looking for the 1,000th point of her college career. It didn't take long for Strange to reach her milestone with this three-pointer. Stephanie Lee provided the only block of the game, which led to another 3 for the Bears. Lauren Osdike led both teams in scoring with 21 points. She puts a nice move on the D and finishes with an inside basket. Passing was a big part of the Bears' success Saturday. 4 people touched the ball on this coast-to-coast layup. The Bears went into halftime with a 46-28 lead. Strange didn't slow down after reaching 1,000. She would add this 3-point to her 18 points. The Bears dominated throughout and went on to win it 79-63. Osdike led the Bears with 24 points against NAU last Thursday, and with her 21 points against Sac State on Saturday, she was named Big Sky Player of the Week at the conference office. At 9-9, the Bears currently stand in 4th place in the conference playoff race, beyond Montana, Montana State, and Eastern Washington, with 11 games to go. The men's basketball squad is trying to claw its way back to the top of the Big Sky standings for the first time since 2011. As Bear News reporter Jordan Doucette tells us, junior forward Derrick Barden wants to make sure the team does just that.
We all get to know the name of the man behind the blue and gold. His name is Derrick Barden, and he's doing big things in his junior season at UNC. Barden is averaging over 12 points and 8 rebounds per game, shooting a smooth 56% from the field. With a quick first step and a basketball IQ off the charts, Barden has earned every one of his 218 points this season. I spoke with Barden's teammate, redshirt junior big man Connor Osborne. I asked him to describe Barden in just one word.
He's an animal. He's an absolute beast.
So what makes Barden such a beast on the boards?
I think my coach at junior college told me you can be the best rebounder in the nation, so I started rebounding, so I just got good at it.
Barden's love for the game and for his teammates was made obvious when I asked him about his favorite part about being a Bear and a part of this team.
Just playing with the team, laughing with the coaches, off the court, on the court, just playing basketball.
Assistant coach Wright Martin had wonderful things to say about his star forward, calling him relentless. I asked him what made Barden different from any player he had coached in the past.
He uses his abilities better than anybody I've ever coached in that position. He just works hard every day, and he, being 6'3", he has to play that way. He has to play that way, or he'll get embarrassed. He'll get exposed on a nightly basis.
It's clear that Barden's physical and mental attributes are keys to his leadership role in this team. Standing just 6'3", Barden often guards players 6 to 8 inches taller than him. He's an animal, he's a beast, he's Derrick Barden. Reporting from the Bears practice facility, I'm Jordan Doucette, Bear News.
Thanks for that, Jordan. It'll be exciting to see what Barden and the Bears can do for the rest of the season. And let's hope he can keep that animal he has inside him and dominate the rest of the season as well.
Sounds good. After the break, we'll show you a yummy and healthy way to make some lunch.
Stick around and we'll be back in 60 seconds.
Another semester is underway, and that means more meal ideas for you to try. Reporters Shan Yang and Megan Pressler show us how to make a great salad filled with protein and fruit.
It's a new year, and many people try to focus on eating healthier. We're going to share with you today a steak and mango salad to help you do that. First of all, just have your romaine lettuce. We got cilantro, diced red onions, mango, we got garlic, salt and pepper, honey, lime, and olive oil. The first step in making this steak and mango salad is to cook your steak. Once we have our steak cooked, we will work on the dressing. It's time to cook the steak, and we're going to turn our stovetop to medium temperature. All stoves are different, so you might have to change it. We'll take our steak, and we are going to cook it for about 4 minutes on each side. You can cover it if you'd like to, and just make sure you keep an eye on it. One side of our steak is done. We will flip it over and cook the other side for another 4 minutes. When this is done, we'll dice it up and put it into our salad. For the dressing, we're going to use 1/4 cup of olive oil, once we have the olive oil, we will do 2 tablespoons of lime juice, Here's one, and the second one. We will add a small portion of cilantro, we'll need 1 teaspoon of honey, and 1 teaspoon of garlic. And we will stir these all together and create a dressing for our salad. Now that we have the steak and the dressing made, we will add everything else to our salad. We will put the steak in, the onions, mango, we'll add a little salt and pepper on the top, and a little salt. We'll put a lid on this and we'll shake it up. Once it looks like it is all tossed together, we will add the dressing and it is ready to eat. Our steak and mango salad is all done and ready to eat. I'm Megan Pressler for Bear News. Stay tuned next week for our next entree.
Wow, that looks delicious. I can't wait to make that for my next lunch.
We have something new on Bear News this semester. It's our weekly Pinterest photo. This week's photo is perfect for any Super Bowl party, Oreo Pops. They are like cake pops, but easier to make. All you need is cake pop sticks and Oreos. Just put the cake pop sticks into the center of the Oreo and you're done. To add a fun twist, melt some chocolate chips and dip the Oreo into it before you insert the stick. Then add some sprinkles for a pop of color. Man, those look so good.
Those look very good.
I can't wait to make them for my
Probably
Super
dip
Bowl
some-
party.
dip those in some milk, too.
Yeah, definitely. Dip them in the milk.
Perfect.
Well, thanks for joining us this evening on Bear News.
We'll see you next week. Have a good night.